Hi, welcome to the Catholic Nurse Coach channel. My name is Nicole Haugen, and I am a life coach for Catholic women who work in healthcare. I am a wife, a mom of 6 children, a nurse, and a life coach. So I just want to come on here and I want to talk about how to keep showing up at work and to put your best effort at work when there's so many things going on in your home life. So I talk about this in my podcast, but some of my story is in 2019, my dad had cancer for 10 years up to that point. I was pregnant with our 6th child, with my husband and mine's 6th child. And my dad, then he got really terminally ill, right? Like it was the last final months, days, we knew he was going to die soon. He was on hospice. So it was very stressful. It was very difficult to balance work and my home life, which included not only having 5, almost 6 children, but also then helping kind of provide my mom support and care for my dad through this transition and coaching and talking through my siblings as well. And so I know what it's like, right? Like I know that life happens and I know that there's struggles that come up in your personal life, right? There might be family illness with the parents getting older and aging, and you're trying to line things up for them. Maybe you have a bunch of debt and that weighs on your mind heavily day in and day out. Maybe you have marriage struggles that you and your husband like fight all the time, and things are just there's pressure and there's tense things at home, and then you got to go to work and you got to smile and focus on other people. And especially in healthcare, especially when we are putting so much of ourselves into this line of work. And we put our whole heart out there to care for these people. And we feel like our tank gets lower and lower and emptier and emptier. So, how do we handle this? How do we cope with this? First off, I just want to say find something that is simple and little throughout your day that you can start doing for yourself to fill up your love tank. We often wait for our husbands to do it, for our coworkers to ask us how we're doing, for our boss to recognize how much work we're putting in, and they don't. So I want you to see what are ways that I can show up for myself. Maybe that means in the morning that I have my coffee ready to go, so I just have to push a button, or it's already started and it goes at a certain time. I just have to put my creamer in it. Maybe it means filling your water jug with ice at the end of the night so that in the morning you just have to grab your water bottle to head out the door. Maybe I have a client who her kids sleep in their clothes for the next day because they're young, they're little. It saves her time in the morning. And so this is one way that she's like, yeah, it's so much easier. They just sleep in their clothes, they get out of bed, they comb their hair, they brush their teeth, they're ready for the day. So find little ways throughout the day that you can show yourself love in very simple ways. Okay, when you get home, maybe you still have charting to do, but you want to put on your fuzzy slippers because that makes you feel comfortable. You want to take a few minutes to go and change your clothes. My husband is very good at this. As soon as he walks in the door, he goes and he changes his work clothes and he puts on shorts for the day. I have a hard time with this. I feel like if I go do that, it's more time that I'm away from the kids, and I've already been away from them for too long today. So what is 30 seconds going to change, right? That's just me then showing myself I can go and change my clothes. I don't have to instantly hop into mom role. I can take this time. It's okay. So that brings me to the next part is find a phrase that really helps calm your nervous system down. Just like that, to say, it's okay to go change my clothes. This phase of life won't last forever. Everything that needs to get done today will get done. Or maybe even the important things will get done today. Find a phrase that throughout the day, when you start feeling that anxious, overwhelming energy, that you can tell yourself that calms down your nervous system. And then also have compassion for yourself. You might have days where, or maybe days in a row, for what you're picking up for supper that night is pizza again. Maybe it means every single day you're drinking pop. And yeah, you told yourself this month, like this was going to be the month that you were going to stop drinking pop. But just to have compassion and say, okay, remember, this isn't going to last forever. And this is how I'm going to have compassion for myself right now. I'm going to allow myself to have 2 pops a day. And I'm not going to feel any guilt and shame around that because this is compassionate for me. And then I want you, the last and final thing is to either talk about it with somebody or to write it down. This allows us to open up a portion of our brain where we can process things better as we talk through it or write it down. So maybe if things are really difficult at this time, to go find a therapist or a counselor. Maybe you want to talk to a friend and say, okay, part of my self-care and compassion is I'm going to find a friend, a relative, a family friend that I'm going to talk to once a week. And we're going to set a date. We're going to call Friday at 3:00. And that's the time that we're going to talk. And I'm going to allow myself just to vent and cry and be angry and all of the feelings. Maybe you want to journal it and you just want to take, again, once or twice a week. It doesn't have to be every day and it doesn't have to be a lot. Just take a little bit of time and just write down, even just write down, I'm so angry. This is too much. And that's all you write for the day. That's great. Or you can come and coach with me. I have been there. I've gone through this. I know all the pressure that you're feeling right now. So you can book a free call with me. You can go to catholicnursecoach.com and I'll hear your story. I'll hear what you're going through. And a coach really is there to just bring awareness to your thoughts. You don't have to change anything, right? Because right now, so many things are happening. It's not a time to make a lot of changes, but it is time to talk it through with somebody and to just allow all those things that you're already thinking and feeling out into the air. And a coach provides you with a judgment-free zone. So again, you can go to catholicnursecoach.com to book a free consult call with me, and I will see you there.